2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 6.
Look at this dog. Look at Mochi, guys. Say hi to Mo.
Hi,
She's
Mo.
A dog. She's 10.
Hi to Mo.
And this is 0.
I think she's 4 now.
Say hi to the camera. She's
Oh
camera
my
shy.
Aww.
All right, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to another video. My name is Ryan Roots.
I'm Allie Roots.
And together
We are Rally Roots.
Rally Roots.
And I'm wearing a thrifted dress that we just bought yesterday.
I know, you look all fancy and I'm in like a Florida tank top.
I tried it on and I said to myself, Self, I'm gonna keep this.
It looks really good.
Thanks.
So today we're doing another What Sold on eBay video. We try to do these usually once a month.
Once a month, yeah.
Yeah, so
Right.
This video is for the month of July 2024. And in the month of July, even though there's the summer slowdown that happens, we actually had some really good sales. And
Weirdly enough.
not only like weirdly enough that we had good sales, but we sold some strange stuff, which I thought was pretty cool. Like, it's not our typical stuff that we're selling. So this is actually going to be a very interesting video. It's not just like shoes and t-shirts. There's some very weird sales, good sales.
Like stuff I found or stuff you found?
Both of us.
Both? Oh.
Yeah, like stuff we found at the Goodwill bins, estate sales, yard sales, like a bunch of different cool sales. So,
Yeah, the bins couldn't pay our bills for sure. And neither could thrifting at this point because we have a higher overhead, but for like a hobby,
So
100% could pay for, you know, vacations, and it could absolutely pay for like Christmas presents for our whole family, that type of a thing.
Yeah, yeah.
So yeah, I mean.
I like your sparkly eyes today. It looks good. So in today's video, we're literally just going to show you the sales that we made in July. There were 31 days in July, so we're going to show you 31 sales. It's not everything that we sold in the month of July, it's just 31 items that I picked out to show you. So we make these videos to give you an idea of like where the market currently sits, what items are currently selling.
A good mixture of different categories.
Yep.
Okay,
Yep.
cool.
And so you can see that we are actually resellers.
Yeah, I mean, that's fair.
A lot of times people are like, you guys are just YouTubers, you make all your money from YouTube. When in reality, we maybe make like 5% of our total income from YouTube revenue. The rest comes from actually reselling.
For the ignorant people that think that,
We resell.
I would like to point out that YouTube has taken so much money away from opportunity for our business because Ryan puts so much time and energy into YouTube. But now, because we've been on YouTube for so long, we've been able to monetize it, right? Like now people want to learn from us, so then we can teach people as requested by people. So there are things that, yes, now we make money, you know, because of YouTube, but initially YouTube hurt our business significantly for the amount of time you put into it. The first 2 years, it took so much money away from opportunities to resell.
Yeah, if you want to be like a high-level reseller, don't start a YouTube.
No, don't.
We do it because it's fun, and like this is kind of my creative outlet as well. Like it helps free up my mental space a little bit. Reselling is, sometimes it's fun, sometimes it's not fun. YouTube is pretty much always fun for us.
Right.
So let's get into some of these sales. We're gonna go from the end of July to the beginning of July in order that way. So this item sold July 29th. You may have seen it in one of our recent YouTube videos. We found it at a garage sale where a guy had like a bunch of clothing for sale. It is a vintage, no-name car club. It's like a satin jacket, really cool piece.
For Satin.
Satin. I think it said 65 Mustang. Yeah, 65 Mustang on the front of it. A person reached out to us actually from our YouTube video. So that does happen sometimes. We have people buy stuff that they see in our YouTube videos, which is awesome. Love that. So he reached out and he was like, hey, I actually have that car that's on the back of the jacket. Will you take $45, which is what I said it was worth in the video. So I was like, absolutely, 45 bucks, done, sold. So that jacket sold for $45. And we paid $2.
Yeah.
Next up is a pair of shoes. I know I said it's not mostly clothing and shoes, but we're starting out with clothing and shoes. So pair of shoes, Nike Air Vapor Max 2019. This pair sold for $64.78.
Those are so ugly.
They're pretty.
They're so ugly. Yeah. Sorry.
All right, we're gonna get to some of the stranger stuff in just a second. Next item, this came after this clothing item. This came, but it's a good one. It came in a wholesale lot that I bought. A lot of times when we're buying like vintage stuff, we're not thrifting the stuff. We're not finding it one at a time.
No.
We're paying more money to buy items from collectors, and we're buying a bunch of stuff at once. So like this jacket came in a wholesale lot that I purchased from another vintage seller, and I think I paid like $1,500 for everything. So, and then this jacket, Minnesota Timberwolves starter 90s jacket, it sold for $150.
What?
So that's getting some money back from that wholesale purchase that I made.
Wow. I got a good deal on this $10 dress.
Speaking of Allie in black dresses, what a transition there.
Oh yeah, so I did not find this Tory Burch dress. You found it. Oh. Yeah, you found this Tory Burch dress. And it's funny because you keep thinking I found it, and I definitely, yeah, big dress guy. I mean, yeah, it's like wearing pajamas. You're so unfortunate that it's not socially accepted for you with that sexy body to put on a dress, although you'd probably look really good.
I can wear kilts. I'm Scottish.
Yeah, you should. But this Tory Burch dress, we took an offer on it for $50.
Yeah.
I don't even know what we had it listed for, but I didn't care at that point.
75, I think so.
Oh, 75, because women's clothing is difficult for us to move if, I don't know, there's just so much out there. So
dress,
$50 for the dress. I know we made a good profit on it.
And look, you modeled that one.
And I modeled this one. This is one of those AI backgrounds. Okay, it helped sell our stuff.
Yeah,
for women's stuff, it normally sits way longer, but wearing it, so having it on a mannequin or having it on a person, I really think it increases your opportunity for a sale.
Girls like to see what it looks like on it.
It makes a difference. And then people can say, like, you've gotten a few messages, what's my measurements? So someone knew if it would fit them or not. So, and then that helps the person buying. Yeah.
Okay, so now we're on the first really weird item that sold. And there's a few of these, but this actually might be the craziest one. I found a Scientology minister jacket and t-shirt at a yard sale. The guy bought a storage unit. There was a bunch of Scientology stuff in the storage unit. This jacket and t-shirt were in that storage unit.
Were the only clothes?
Only clothes. The rest was all like books, and which I probably should have bought all because it sells, but
no, we were dumb.
Clothing,
we didn't know.
The clothing stuff sells. It's crazy. So I paid $7 for the jacket and the t-shirt and took a best offer of $600.28. One of my best yard sale flips ever. Huzzah.
That's insane.
Okay, next item. Here we go.
Oh, this was a me item. It's a Kachina doll. I didn't know anything about them until we were in Texas and I grabbed one at a thrift store because it was very unique, Native American made, handmade,
very
with,
pretty.
You know, animal furs and beautiful feathers and just absolutely gorgeous. This one was broken though, right? This is the broken one?
It was broken. Yeah, the little wing I think was broken. Yeah,
it was damaged. So it sold for full asking price of $52.54, or was that the sale price we had it on?
Sale price.
Dang, sale. Everybody raise everything in your store 10% and then run a 10% sale and see if it sells.
Raise it 25%, run a 25% sale.
Yeah. See that. See if that works. Try it on 50% of your items.
One of our students in our group, their store is on sale all the time. The entirety of their store is always on sale, which I've never thought to do that, but they sell a lot of stuff. So they will do exactly what Allie just said. Let's say they want to sell something for $100. Or let's say they want to sell something for $75. They'll price it at $100 and run a sale immediately on eBay for 25% off. So it looks like it was $100 and you get it for $75. I think it's pretty smart.
I think that's genius.
Yeah.
Perceived value.
But that just shows like there's different models that work, because you could do that, or you could be the person who's like, my items are super quality. I'm not running a sale. I'm pricing everything at the high end of the market. I have really good feedback. I take crazy good pictures. You know what I mean? It's like you're the Louis Vuitton store opposed to the Michael Kors outlet store. You know what I mean?
Honestly, and every single model works with different products.
Yeah.
Everything works differently.
For sure.
I mean, there are models that don't work, right? Like overpricing and taking bad pictures. Okay, like that's not going to work. Or having items that are way too generic and really difficult to find because there are 10,000 other ones.
Right.
But yeah, I mean,
there's so many reselling models that work.
It's wild.
And this is just what works for us. So you have to figure out what works well for you.
Different strokes for different folks.
Hey. Okay, next item. So this is a very interesting sale. This item sold for, I'm going to tell you the price first. It sold for $635. All right.
What is it?
I had this sitting in the warehouse for at least 3 years, mainly because I knew it was rare and I liked looking at it. But eventually I was like, it's a t-shirt. It's way too small for me. I just like to look at it because it's a very old Grateful Dead shirt. It's like late 70s, early 80s. Has marijuana leaves on it, which is crazy for back then. And the Grateful Dead.
Are we even allowed to say that on the Y tube?
Yeah, of course.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's It's legal in a lot of states, half the country.
Well, I don't know. YouTube is weird about stuff.
The guy who bought it was an overseas gentleman who's bought other stuff from us. It did sell on eBay though. And he said he's been looking for it for like 3 years, which is how long I've had it. So sold for $635. Ooh, another me find. Next one's a me find.
Go.
I took a shot on these. I was looking at them at an estate sale, and I saw it said made in Japan, and stuff made in Japan seems to sell for more
I know
money
what you're
than this.
talking about now because I didn't even see this item at the estate sale.
They were super cool, like a nice design. The brand is Noritake Japan.
Noritake.
No,
You
yeah.
gotta say it like more
Japan.
Japanese.
Well, that's probably not very nice.
Say it better.
Okay.
Brian can't roll his
I
R's.
just think of Shogun, like how he said Japan.
The Japans.
The Japans.
The Japans. I loved
It's a great show.
Loved that.
So anyway, it was a set of cutlery. We could have broken it up and sold like 4 forks, 4 knives, like it's separate, and probably made a little bit more money. But I don't know because they sold all together. There were
It does take a lot more time to do it that way.
43 pieces. I paid $25 for it at the estate sale, and they sold on eBay for $164.87.
Amazing.
Nice
You're
set.
amazing. Good job.
Hey, thanks. Honestly,
team.
I never really used to look at hard goods until you.
I
so-
kept finding stuff, and then you
team.
were like, I want to also look
Yeah.
at hard goods.
Some of this stuff sells for a lot of money.
Well, the problem is also, oftentimes when we go to an estate sale, that
Salat.
salad.
I'll have the estate salat.
There aren't really many clothes to choose from because a lot of times families will go through everything at a house and they'll start donating clothes and then realize this is too much. Let me just hire a company. So most of the clothes are gone by
and
that point.
I don't find much vintage clothing at estate sales anymore either because
everyone's-
the broccoli boys get there early.
Broccoli boy.
You know what I'm talking about? Broccoli haircut.
Everyone
boy.
knows what you're talking about. Broccoli boys.
They get there early and camp out and then rush in and take all the vintage stuff.
I've seen
and
on
then
Whatnot usernames,
probably
Broccoli boy.
end up selling it to us anyway. So
Yeah, but they got there real early.
here's another bread and butter item. This was just in one of our recent YouTube videos. I think it was like the day in the life of a reseller video that I made. Nintendo GameCube controllers, sold them both together, $40, paid $5 a piece. So $10 into 40, nice bread and butter item, sold in literally a few hours.
So after shipping and fees, it was probably like 18.
It's
Profit?
in the video.
Oh, nice.
Go watch that video. I'll tag it up here. somewhere.
Tag. Link.
Here's another good item to be on the lookout for right now. Anything
gosh.
Y2K
Yeah.
and specifically Jnco. So Jnco baggy clothing, jeans, denim, selling for great money. And this is a pair of boys' jeans. So boys' jeans, but a size that like a girl could wear. So shorts, boys, jean shorts.
Oh, a smaller human.
Yeah, youth size 14. So you want to make sure you're putting like all the measurements and stuff in there. But this was another pair that we got in a wholesale buyout, and
I fit in little boys' clothes.
yep, you would have fit these. They sold for $49.69 for a pair of boys' Jncos, and they weren't anything fancy.
That's great.
No like crazy graphics. But again, there's some Jnco jeans that are like really hard to find. There
It's
are
a South African thing.
some. I don't care. There's some really cool Jnco jeans that sell for like over $1,000.
That's a
for pair,
cultural
so.
thing, like saying they going.
I'm not gonna stop.
Instead of
I'm
saying
gonna
they
say,
are
I'm
going.
gonna say theirs. I don't care.
Yeah, it's fine. it's cultural. It's
Here's
Brian's South African, by the way.
Here's another find that I found this at a Goodwill store. Paid up on it, $25.
Brian's way better at reselling than me, everybody, just for the record. That's why it's mostly
That's
Brian
not true.
Adams.
This
It
next one is
definitely true.
Well, I mean, I just do it more.
Yeah, that's true.
You know what I mean?
You are
Like,
addicted to working.
Yeah, I like it. So found this item at a Goodwill for $25, paid up on it, and it sold same day, which is why if you look at the picture, I took pictures of it on our coffee table.
Coffee table.
So sometimes you don't need like the all white background to sell something on eBay.
Not
You
if
can
it's an
just-
electronic.
Yeah.
That's in people are in need of.
Yeah, so $25 into a $100 sale on this one.
So great. In a day.
Yeah, in a couple hours actually.
It was
really good sell-through.
within the first 12
Whatever
hours
this
that you
is.
listed it.
It's like a Wi-Fi access point or something like that. I would buy 1,000 of these
Same.
to resell. All right, you tell that one because that's a fun story.
Oh, this came off of the wall at an estate sale and it's, oh my gosh, pardon me. I had to like burp from excitement. That was wild. It's over $150.
You just gotta let that out.
So
man.
these thermometers, hydrometers. Hygro, no, not hydro, hygrometer. Is that how you pronounce that
Thermometer
properly?
hygromet.
A weather station. Every time we are out at an estate sale or thrift store, if I see these, they're usually always reproductions. They're always very low quality. And we know that they're worth money because a long time ago, you looked some up and we knew they were worth money. So we always look at them and we see them all the time. And it's rare to find some good ones. But what was the brand of this particular pair?
Watros Marine Time. Watrous, Watros Marine Time.
Yeah, and that's what makes them valuable.
Do you remember when we paid for them? I want to say we paid like $8 for them.
Between $8 and $12 for them.
But when Allie said they came off the wall, literally at the estate sale, we walked around, we didn't find much, and then we saw these screwed into the wall. Like they weren't really, I don't think they were really for sale. But we asked
they weren't not for sale.
Yeah, not for sale. But we asked the estate sale people like, hey, can we buy these? And they gave us a price on them. And
they were like, yeah, if you want them.
They got us a screwdriver, and Allie sit there and like took them literally.
I unscrewed them from the wall.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
It was awesome.
You got to do what you got to do. $150. So that was a kind of an interesting sale. Yeah. The next sale is another weird one. I mean, it's a really cool item, but it's a strange sale. For us, it's a strange sale. The only reason why I knew to grab this was from American Pickers. So shout out Mike Wolf.
Yeah, I like that you're shouting out someone super famous.
Mr. Nice. American Picker.
Okay. Shout out Jack Black.
So found this at the Goodwill bins. It's a weather vane, like the thing that goes on the top of the barn and like spins around when there's a tornado coming.
And I knew weather vanes were worth money because Ryan told me because of American Pickers.
Yeah, but I think we paid because they did it by there's like 69 cents a pound for the.
Oh, this was from the bins.
Yeah, literally from the bins.
This came from the bins.
I think we paid like $3.50 for this, and it sold for $130. Really cool weather vane, directional arrow.
I would say the bins are good for people who have a ton of knowledge. If you don't have a ton of knowledge, it's probably. You shouldn't go to the bins, maybe?
Well, it's a cool place to learn, though, because you can pick something up and look it up, and you can talk to other people that have knowledge there. You know,
it's just hard to find stuff.
Yeah, well, the thing about the Goodwill bins, I think, is you have to go in willing to sell other things. You can't go in like only wanting to find T-shirts or only wanting to sell shoes. Like, be open to learning about different things. Yeah.
And be ready to sit there on your phone and look stuff up non-stop. And that's completely okay. That's what most everybody else is doing there. Yeah.
Another really cool find. This is an Allie find, no? Right? Did I find that? I thought you found that in with the bunches.
We both have in the past found Hallmark. We found it together. Hallmark Star Trek ornaments. This could have been when I found them, or could have been when you found them.
I want to say you bought that all together with the stuff, but
I don't remember.
I don't either.
I bet someone here remembers, though.
Tell us. Remind our bad 36-year-old memories, please.
Terrible memories. So $51.65. Insane sale for a single ornament.
Yeah,
and
we
Hallmark,
would have paid maybe a couple bucks.
Probably $3, $3 to $5. Yeah, but even if it's worth $50 and you're at a garage sale and someone's asking $10 for the ornament, buy it. That's a great profit margin.
Yeah.
Okay, $10 for an ornament at a garage sale sounds expensive, and I know a lot of people balk at that. But get over it.
What is balking?
Balking is like no, that's whenever you balk at something. You're like, ugh. Okay, yeah, don't chicken at it.
Okay, here's another Allie find. That was pretty cool.
Oh, these Pyrex bowls. I honestly, there are 9 vintage Pyrex ramekins, and they were worth more money in the past than they are currently right now in this market. So you could just keep collecting them. They sold
little. They were like that big.
A total of, what was that?
29.
$30 for all of them. Yeah. 9 of them. I don't know what the shipping was. I don't even know how much we have invested in them, but they were just sitting around. You know, and I was trying to get as many as we could before we sold them. But yeah, vintage Pyrex ramekins. Yeah. They're good. Scalloped. Grab them.
So the next item, we had a bin of these for the past, I don't know. Honestly, I think it's like 5 years because I remember them being in our old warehouse and then we moved them over here. A bin of baseball bats that we just never got around to listing. Callie ran out of stuff to list and she was like, I'm going to list these baseball bats. And she did. This actually was a softball bat, slow pitch softball. So, good one. The handle was all messed up. It had scratches on it, and it still sold for $60.
You like softballs?
Okay. Moving right along. The next item found at a garage sale. We found like the little guitar effects things 2 of those.
Yeah, I didn't know anything about any of this.
And then also this belt buckle. We got all of it for $100. The guitar stuff already sold. One sold for like $150. The other sold for like $130. And then this is a belt buckle, which I thought was awesome. 1970s Martin guitar belt buckle, and it sold for $48.87.
So cool.
Yeah.
And it was just sitting there.
So cool.
Nobody else bought it.
Yeah, I was
That's
like,
so sad.
I'll buy that. That's
Where could that have
really
gone?
neat.
Could have ended up in a landfill somewhere.
All right, here's another brand that I'm probably going to butcher the brand name of.
Just say it confidently.
Corcoran.
I think it's Corcoran.
Corcoran.
No.
It's Corcoran.
It's Corcoran. It's Corcoran. Yeah, it has to be.
So these are like military paratrooper jump boots. And this pair was in great condition. The person obviously took really good care of them. They were even like still shiny.
Beautiful.
Really nice.
Beautiful.
Paid up for them. Paid $25 for them at Goodwill.
It's worth it.
And they sold for $75.
Again, worth it.
Not too bad. Yeah. This is another. The next item is another wholesale lot stuff. I don't know what words I'm saying. I bought it in a wholesale lot. Probably paid about $20 a piece for the stuff that I bought in that lot. And this particular Jeff Gordon jacket, this was a crazy cool jacket.
I know, it was super cool.
The front of it was pretty plain, but when you flipped it around, it had this insane, colorful, like Skittles looking scene.
Image pop.
On the back. And it sold for $107.39.
I just think of Inspector Gadget when you say Skittles. I don't know if it was Skittles or M&Ms that came out of the car, but do you remember whenever the car they get filled?
I don't remember that.
You don't remember that scene?
No.
I remember that scene because my mom turned and looked at me and she said they paid for that.
Movie or cartoon?
Movie.
Okay.
The Inspector Gadget movie.
I'll have to go back and look. We need to start watching some of these old movies.
No, we do.
Next item is another bins find. Not a huge sale, sold for $28. Pair of sunglasses.
I remember you finding those.
Von Zipper sunglasses. I was like, these are cool. I think they were in a case and I opened the case. That it wasn't a Von Zipper case, just a random case. And I was like, these are cool. The lens was scratched up. One of the lenses was super scratched up, and they still sold for $28.
Yeah, because you can replace a lens. The money's in the frame.
Yeah.
Yeah, true.
All right. I think this will be the last vintage t-shirt for today's video. I know I'm like, vintage t-shirts, you know?
I'm Ryan. I like old t-shirts.
I buy and sell vintage. I'm so cool. All right. Soundgarden 1994 t-shirts. I have seen people find these in the wild. I did not find this in the wild. Nope. I paid, I think like $400 for this shirt in a wholesale lot, and it sold for $875. So still a good sale. I might have paid more actually. I might have paid like $600.
But you would do that all day long. You'll spend $400 on an item to sell it for $800 all day long.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. As long as we're making money, you know, you're making less margin, but more revenue with higher priced items, right? So if you're paying $500 for something and selling it for $1,000, you're making $500, but you're only, you know, doubling your money. If you're paying $5 for something and selling it for $50, you're making $45, and you're 10 times in your money. So in one case, it's a way better margin. In the other case, it's way better revenue. Both models work. I try to focus on vintage stuff. I try to focus on that higher revenue model.
So just remember to just keep your mind open to the opportunity to make money different ways with different margins and different, you know, just keep your mind open.
That's it, Ali.
More Fenton glass. So a lot of 7, this sold originally and got returned because the person didn't realize the size, even though there are rulers and measurements of every single item and a photo of it.
There's so many pictures in this listing of like a ruler. Callie took great pictures. There's a ruler next to everything. Pictures. They're like, I didn't know how big it was.
I didn't realize how small they were.
We don't know how to use a ruler.
Do you not own a ruler? Have you never looked at a measuring tape? And so we were just like, I can't believe it.
This was a yard sale find. I remember.
Yeah, we bought it from a lady who had a store. And then she closed down her store.
That's right.
And then this is what she had. So she gave us a fair price on these Fenton pieces.
Do you remember how much?
No. They sold for $75, but I know she gave us a fair price on it, under $30.
I think it was less than that. I think it was like $20.
Yeah. And then after shipping.
Still good.
Probably, I don't even know at this point because that was a while ago. Yeah. But we know we made a profit on it.
Oh, for sure.
And Callie does prefer to take pictures of hard goods.
I agree. I hate taking pictures of clothes.
Same. I love hard goods.
But you like to take pictures when you go to wear the clothing. You like to model the stuff, right?
I just like to keep it, apparently.
Next item, again, not a huge sale, $25.48. But I wanted to show this one because just blank media still sells great for us. And this was mixed media. So 9 blank audio cassettes, different makers, same kind of cassettes, but different makers. So like RCA, Sony, Maxell, all together, 9 of them together sold for $25.48.
A little bit in shock because I totally thought you were gonna say Lululemon bras. Because from where I'm sitting, that looks like a bra. Because where the bubble is. And then you said blank media, and I was like, what?
Here's a really good alley sale.
This is really a good me sale.
Yeah.
Department 56. Limited edition, special, unique, licensed, collaboration items. Always look them up. And when I say collaborations, Lego. If there's a Department 56 Lego item, or a Department 56 Nightmare Before Christmas, Department 56 The Grinch, a Department 56 Disney item, like that is a collaboration between Department 56, creating their own unique ceramic villages, and another separate company, okay? For anyone who might not know what it is, someone always asks a random question. Yeah. And I'm like, why didn't you just Google that instead of ask? But it's fine.
It's easier.
It's easier to just ask us.
You have
So
a nice brain with lots of info in there.
It's a mediocre brain. But $116 is what it sold for. Super exciting. I was very happy with that. And is this National Lampoon's, this one, or this is the Dairy Queen one?
Dairy Queen.
This is the Dairy Queen one. Now we do have the National Lampoon's.
That's
I
listed.
think Christmas Vacation.
Yeah.
We did get a decent offer on it, but honestly, I was fine holding out until closer to Christmas time because
it'll probably sell for full price.
we can get it for way more money, like $30, $40 more. And I thought, whatever, I don't mind sitting on something that I like. You know what I mean? But if I hated the item, I would have said yes to the offer. So that's how, that's what I personally do, guys and gals and theys and thems. If I like the item and I'm like, no, I want $20, $30 more because I'd rather keep it for that price. If that's what my mindset is whenever I look at an offer, I will counter. And I'll usually send a nice message.
Funny.
But if I don't like the item, I say, get it out of here. Like that Tory Burch dress. I don't like Tory Burch clothing. I said, get it out of here. Take that $50. Oh, thanks, babe. Thanks.
Oh, and we paid for those, I think, $25 and $35, right? So it's like $60.
Yeah, $25 and $35. Okay. Yeah. So you can average it at $30.
$30 a piece. There you go.
Yeah. Which is what you've taught me to do. Oh, the Patricia Nash purse. You found that.
I guess.
No?
I thought it was from an Amazon box.
Did I pull it out of an Amazon box?
I think it might have been from an Amazon box.
I think I pulled it out of an Amazon. I think you're right.
I wouldn't know this brand, so you must have pulled it out.
I had to have pulled it out of an Amazon box.
New with tags.
Oh, yep. It came from an Amazon box. So whenever we were going through all the Amazon items, I was pulling random stuff out that we knew nothing about. And at one point, we were also selling them, and they were selling for good, fair money for other people. And I know a lot of people were buying like personal items, but there were a couple I pulled out because we needed to make money on those boxes.
Yeah.
And I told myself, okay, the very valuable items I'll pull out. So I pulled this Patricia Nash, new with tags, purse out of one of the boxes, allegedly. And we sold it for $120. So
good sale.
Always look up purses whenever they're new with tags, even though the brand might not be fancy, because sometimes an item used is only worth $15. But if that exact item is new with tags, it could be worth $60. And we see that all the time.
And sometimes the brand doesn't really matter. Like we've sold
with vintage beaded purses, brand doesn't matter.
Yep. And like off-label Amazon stuff, we've sold like the heated jackets that are not that fancy. But because they're heated jackets, they'll sell for $60, $70 if they're new.
Yeah, because they're $100 on Amazon. So people are getting like $40, $50 off. And if you go and you're outside at an event or an activity, right? Like your kid's baseball or at a concert, and you're just sitting there and you're cold, those heated jackets are insanely useful. Yeah.
I wish I knew that feeling. I need an air-conditioned jacket. That would be nice.
I wish.
All right, next item is another bins find. Not a huge sale, but a really small item. I think we took like 3 pictures total of this, and it sold quickly. It's Sizzix.
You found that.
Sizzix quilt fabric cutting die circles, $26.15. So we probably paid 50 cents for it at the Goodwill bins and sold it for decent money.
Yeah, Ryan was like, "What is this?" And I said, "It's for scrapbooking and crafting."
And I was like, "Okay,
but it's probably good.
Let's try to sell it."
And then we did.
The next item, here's another interesting, maybe strange, weird one that you wouldn't really think. It is an umbrella.
Yeah, that was a weird one.
It is an umbrella.
Umbrella.
Found it at a garage sale for $1. Nike golf stuff is hot right now. And
why?
Because it's summer months right now and people are out actually golfing. Another reason why like the softball bat sold. You have to, during summer slowdown, you have to list these more outdoor activity type items. and they will sell. So this is a Nike Golf umbrella. Yeah, true. Shoes
for hiking and things of that nature.
Paid $1 for it and it sold for $50.
That's so crazy.
Nice one.
Where did you find that?
At a yard sale.
Yard sale?
Yeah, for $1.
It's crazy. I can't believe you found an umbrella that was old and used and sold it for $50.
$50?
Stop.
Yeah.
I guess that's why people are always shocked by what we do, because that shocks me. And we've been doing this for a living for like, I don't know, more than 8 years. This is ridiculous.
So the next item, this is a woman's clothing item that I found in the men's section at Salvation Army. We're flipping through the Hawaiian shirts and I pulled this out and I was like, that looks like a good brand. I had no idea what the brand was. And apparently, like, people were, when I posted it, people were like, how do you not know that's a really good brand? That's because we don't really deal in women's stuff too often.
We don't. And I never go to department stores to shop for women's clothing.
Yeah.
I do not know what brands are in what department stores. I have no idea what Dillard's carries. I have no idea what Burdines carries. I didn't even know about the Johnny Was brand.
Really?
Until
that one I knew about.
3 years ago. But in the beginning, I didn't know. I didn't know about Soft Surroundings. I didn't know about any of those brands.
But brands are also, there's up and coming brands and it's changing all the time. So you have to keep a finger on the pulse if you're reselling. And this is a good brand to add to your BOLO list.
Yeah.
FarmRio is the brand, and this was a woman's romper with a cool pattern on it. And it sold for $110.
It's crazy.
And we paid $7 for it, something like that.
Didn't you put the romper on? You look good in it.
I did not put this romper on.
You look good in a romper. That rompum you have, you look good.
I have a cat rompum that it fits me great.
You look great in it.
Okay, here's another really good bins find. Found this during our reseller trip when we went to Houston, Texas. These are Christian Louboutin shoes.
Louboutin.
I think I said that right. Christian Louboutin.
You just say it kind of like pretentious.
Christian Louboutin.
Christian Louboutin.
Red bottoms, the shoes with the red bottoms, fancy shoes. This was a kind of weird pattern on them, canvas pattern. I wasn't even sure if they were real, but I showed all the girls at the bins, and I think we figured out, like, why would this be faked? So they were definitely real.
Because they were ugly.
And ugly sells sometimes. This pair sold for $140. We paid $3 for them at the bins.
I cannot believe that.
Yeah.
That's so crazy.
Okay.
If you didn't prove that to me, I wouldn't believe you.
Are you ready for a really strange item that sold for $131.25?
Ooh, I like that you said the price first, and then you asked, and now everyone's wondering, what is the item? Give me a category.
Wait, I'm gonna pause the video, and then so people have to wait longer. Hold on. All right, there we go. All right, I'm not gonna give you the category, but I am gonna tell you where we found it.
Okay.
And then you should be able to guess. Flea market.
The flea market? Oh my gosh, that was a long time ago.
Flea market, and I tried it on you, and you kind of liked it.
That's a lot of things. Uh-oh. Well, this is embarrassing for me.
I tried it on you.
I don't recall.
And you seemed to like it. Okay, it's a whip.
Was it a whip? Oh, okay.
It's it's like a riding crop, like an antique horse riding crop, Yeah,
that sounds about right. That tracks.
I bought like 3 of them. I paid $5. Yeah, $5 for 3 of them. And this particular one, vintage bevel horse crop whip, sold for $131.25. Yeah, you like it.
I mean, I'm pretty sure I did. So don't static.
And then the last item of today's video, we're already at 31. Here we go. Vintage Wrangler shirts are still selling great. Pearl snap ones.
They're popping right now. Like the market for them has popped. When someone says like the stock is popped, it's popped.
It is for sure. And
like a mountain.
Here's some free knowledge. There's a particular style of vintage Wrangler shirts I'm probably gonna get annoyed at. I'm probably gonna get mean comments from other resellers because people don't like you telling when stuff is popping.
Which is annoying that somebody gets that way because you can just look at eBay's sold listings for Western Wrangler shirts.
Yeah, and you can't just like go to Target and buy this and like buy out all the stock. You have to find it, right? So there's a particular style called brush popper, and there'll be like horizontal stripes. It's like a thicker fabric, really sought after Western shirts, and some of those brush popper shirts can sell for like $200-300.
And if you'd like to leave a mean comment, just type mean comment Don't even bother wasting your time typing all those words out, because we're just gonna laugh at you and make fun of you.
Damn.
While we're cooking dinner and be like, oh, this person said blah, blah, blah. And then we just point and laugh at them. Just say, if you have something mean to say to us, just say mean comment. And then we'll be like, damn, I wonder what they were going to say.
Although,
that would actually be better.
If it's a really mean comment, we might make a video about you though. So if you really want to like leave a super nasty comment, maybe we'll make like how we made the reel.
Oh my gosh.
Just kidding.
Or
Positive
leave like
comments.
a dumb comment. Like, you don't actually find vintage Coach purses at or at thrift stores.
It's the best. Anyway, this Wrangler shirt, I bought it at a Goodwill, I think. Oh, look, something just sold on eBay.
What was it?
Espresso machine.
Oh,
yeah.
nice.
So I think I paid like $5 for this particular Wrangler Pearl Snap, and it sold for $58.97.
If anybody needs an espresso machine that frosts the milk, we're currently selling them, and they're wonderful, beautiful machines. So
go to our eBay.
Our prices are, how much cheaper than Amazon right now are we?
Like 40% cheaper.
Yeah, so buy them from us. Don't buy it from Amazon.
Yeah.
By the way.
Yeah, we have Nespresso and DeLonghi machines. Really nice ones.
They're, yeah.
All right, guys and girls.
Guys
love
and
you
gals
all.
And theys and thems, puppies and cats and mice and rats.
Nice song. Hopefully you enjoyed today's video. If you don't mind, if you learned something, please hit the thumbs up button, leave a nice comment, and know that we love you and we appreciate you, and we wouldn't be able to make videos like this if it wasn't for awesome people like you.
Yeah.
Tell someone you love them, as Callie would say, and we'll see you on the next one.
And what animal are you least afraid of? Leave it in the comments below.
Fish.
Fish.
I said an animal. There's no fish zoos.